بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد الصادق الأمين المبعوث رحمة للعالمين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما وفقهنا إذا علمتنا. Inshallah, we'll start speaking about family relations. I don't know how to start, I'm not an expert in it. So someone help me, and speak about it much better than me. Full appreciation of that. Inshallah, we'll try, just go with me. ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. Okay. To start with family relation. Let's speak about relation in general. We are, as a human, we cannot imagine our life without relation. We have been in such a setting that we cannot live without having relation with others. And this is too important and too vital to the extent that no meaning of the life without this relation. And that's why this has been from the start point when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. This was the description of the first human to be on the earth. What was his title? As Khalifa, which means he's going to have relation with all of the other creation, and have it in a such of balanced way to make it work for everyone. And we are part of this system, and we need this relation, for ourselves and for the others. There's many things that I need and I cannot afford it, and I need your help to have to get it, and vice versa. You may need many things, you are not able to do it yourself, and you need some help from someone else, and that's going on all the time. And that's why we need to have this fine relation among ourselves, which is too important. And I think no need to have a long discussion about it, because everyone feels it inside himself that he is in real need of relation with others all the time, and he cannot even imagine himself living alone on this globe, doing what? He doesn't know. So, this relation usually is affected by many factors. I try to summarize some of them according to my limited knowledge about it, and try to share them with you, see how accurate my summarizing them. Here I wrote one of the first, and I may consider the most important factor in relation with others is what? Love. Love is one of the major factor works in making relations with others. And for sure, love, it doesn't mean, or relatively to this matter of love that we speak about all the time, it's much broader than this, because inside all of us, we have love toward many things, and we have hatred toward many other things, and it's not a matter of something, only one thing that we have love toward it or hatred toward it. And this is good and positive in one aspect, and in the same time it's very bad and not good in another aspect. Why it's good? Because this gives you the energy to come over the problems of this relation all the time. Whenever you have love, this will make you forget or try to come over many of the problems and difficulties and unpleasant things that you may experience during your relation with this matter that you love. But on the other hand, it may be of negative side. Why? Because any of us, when we tend to love someone or something, we are going to be blind about any deficit or any defects there. We are not going to look at it in a well and balanced way. And this is not good for that person and not good for us. Okay? Yani here, even though the love is very important to keep your energy, toward that particular matter, in the meanwhile, it may make you extremists in one way or another toward that thing. And on the other hand, the opposite of it, hatred, also this is going to have you look at this matter that you hate and you don't like it like something dark or something black. And you may be wrong many times. This all affect your judgment, how you should go with this matter and how you should treat this person, is going to mislead you a lot, Either when you have a great love of it, or when you have the opposite of it, or the negative side of it, which is hate or hatred, toward this matter, Again, your judgment is going to be misled a lot, significantly by this matter. But this, unfortunately, something that we cannot control all the time. Right? And the matters of love and hatred, we cannot control. Even, not many of us, all of us, we experience the same matter that we used to love. We don't love it so much nowadays, or maybe even now we hate the same matter. We experience this over our life, in some certain point of our life. We used to love this matter a lot, Now we don't look at it as such. Or this person, we used to love this person a lot. Now we don't love him as much, And this is going to be changed all the time. So this one of the things that affect our relation with others significantly, and we don't have significant control in it, and it's very, very important. What other things that may affect our relation with others? I put here principles. Though nowadays principle doesn't count a lot, but it should count a lot. Usually we go with relation with others through our principles. What principles we have? Okay, and you have certain ideas in your mind, and you try to apply it to all the relation with others. These ideas that you have, that the principle that you feel that they are too important for you to go by it. And usually you judge your relation with others according to your principles. For example, the one who loves honesty a lot is going to love and have strong relation with everyone who is honest. Okay? And he's going to, and you may take it from that, the one who is liar, and always have a lies, and never truthful, is not going to like those people who are truthful in his life and has strong relation with them according to that. And unfortunately nowadays we suffer. That's what I feel, and maybe no. We suffer a lot of deficit about our principles. Even the believers, nowadays, they don't stick to their principle as those old people. They used to stick to their principles. And I compare between these principles and the other point that I want to speak about, which is benefits. And one of the significant factor that affect our relation with others is what? Benefit. the thing that you get benefit of it, or the person that you get benefit from him, you are going to have a very strong relation with him. On the other hand, when you have a damage or disadvantages or any of that regard from a person, this is going to weaken your relation with him, even though this person may be your brother or your son or your dad or whoever, is going to weaken. Why? According to our benefit and harm or damage that we are getting from that person. And this affects us a lot. Apparently nowadays, this is maybe considered the major factor of people relation nowadays. What is it? It's the matter of benefit and harm or damage. Whereas in old days, it was not as such. Here, we heard about something called, in Arabic they call it al-hubb al-uzri. What's the meaning of hubb al-uzri? Al-hubb al-uzri, to love someone without getting any benefit from him. Which almost nowadays, in the mind of many people, is not even imaginable. They cannot imagine this to happen. Whereas this has been mentioned, in our books and in our stories. This is what they call al-hubb al-'adl, that they love something or someone that they don't get even the minimum benefit or anything, any advantages from him. You see how fine this relation is going to be, and how shaky the relation of benefit is going to be. That's why they said the most dearest one to you should be the one who loves you for yourself, not for himself. The one who loves you for yourself, not for himself. For your benefit, not for his benefit. Still, we have some people work as such, and the most important, most apparent example of it, our parents, right? In many occasions, the parents, they are going to sacrifice many of their wealth, many of their rest, many of their happy things, for the sake of their children, without any benefit that they expect. They may expect some benefits from them in the late future after 40 years or whatever, but there's nothing under their hand or under their control that they are going to get this benefit from these children. And this is still applicable as a good example of loving someone or have very strong relation with someone without getting a significant benefit from him. Whereas nowadays we don't find a lot of examples of that regard. I think I told you about it before. Once, I rarely read in the newspaper, and sometimes I got this newspaper to say they are speaking about love, and they're asking those girls in the university back in Syria about how do they look at love. This one loves a person who is going to give her every day this dressing and bring a car to her and make her live in a villa of so and so, a flat, and do this for her or give her this ring, and the other one have different. When you look at this, do you consider this as a love? I cannot see it as a love by any way. This is merely a benefit. This person, this woman or this man is going to expect to have someone who give him all these benefits. And you imagine whenever this relation has been built on this benefit, how bad is going to be affected when you have some compromise about it, which may happen to any one of us. We don't have guarantee to keep up with the needs of the others as they want all the time. This may get compromised by one way or another, and by this you have a very negative reaction happen because of that negative compromise which happened between these two people. So here again the dilemma between this person that we get benefit from him and about our principles. How are we going to stick to our principles? Let me put it in another way. Majority of people, nature works in this regard, but let's be more realistic about it. Majority of people, they love their parents out of principle, but they don't feel in their heart this strong driven way to love their parents. You see, bearing in mind that they get a lot of benefit and advantages from their parents, whereas they love their children a lot. And in this such same way of driven way, they feel strongly inside themselves that they should love their children, and they do not get any benefit from them out of the nature. This we may not have the ability to explain it well why it happened, but we see here when you have the principle works against the benefit matter. Okay, and here you have this as a principle that you should respect your parents, you should love your parents, you should have a strong relation with your parents, but you don't feel it as such. You feel more strong feeling about your children, about your friends, about your wife, right? Let's be truthful with ourselves, I feel that these are two old persons, they have a lot of needs. They tell me, don't go here, don't do this, don't do that, and they don't give me any benefit, Whereas the children, and they make me cheerful all the time. This my wife is take care of me, have the food ready for me whenever I'm hungry, and this is our way of living. Usually, yes. We experience this every time, and inside all of us will have this different feelings. Should I go by my principle? Should I go by my benefit from where I'm getting my benefit? Should I go by my love or any other things? And one thing that I mentioned also, that the nature. For sure, the nature is going to play a significant role in everyone, because this is out of the nature that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created it with, to have a certain idea or certain principles about our love, This out of nature, the person is going to love his child, he's going to love his relative, he's going to love his parents or whatever, And this differs a lot from one person to another and from one culture to another. One of the other factors that I mentioned, you have different personalities. People, they are not the same, and their actions and how do they treat each other. You have many people, they don't have the ability to express their feeling a lot. And you have a people, the one who doesn't express himself a lot, they feel as if this person doesn't love them at all, So here you have many different type of personalities, and for sure, whenever you feel that this person, his character is closer to yourself, you are going to have to build a significant relationship with him much more than the others, because you feel that this person is closer to you. And as I told you, all these factors is going to play significant role either in the positive side of it which make the relation much better and more stronger, or in the negative side of it, which may fool you and make you have the wrong judgment about this person or this relative or this parent or this child or whatever. These are the factors that I wrote down. I don't know if you have any other factors which may play a role in this regard, and you may correct me about it. Shall we discuss this if we have any other factors that may play a role in this matter, in our relation? No more? Now we'll come to something else, which is always we worry about it in our relation. What are these things that we worry a lot about it in our relation with others? First of all, the warmth of the relation. How warm is it? And this also plays a role in both sides, you know. Sometimes you feel strong feeling toward a person which you feel inside yourself, this is too much. I shouldn't have this strong and warm relation with this person, and you feel yourself as if you are driven to have this relation with him. On the other hand, this is your dearest friend, you know, you spend all school time with him, and now you feel yourself as if this is getting cooler and cooler, and you don't like it. You don't like to have this warm relation with so and so getting cooler over the days, you know, or over the years, you know. You would rather like it to have it keep up, you know, as warm as it used to be, right? You have this feeling sometimes or not? All the time, you know. Just to make the long story short, the Prophet ﷺ gave all these descriptions about change of strength or warmth or whatever of the relation by one single word when he said, القلب أشد تقلبا من القدر في غليانه. Yeah, the heart of anyone is going to change all the time, much more than when you have a kettle and there's water inside it. How does it boil, you know, and get upside down? The heart is going to change much more than this. So always we tend to worry about the warmth of some of our relations with someone which we feel it's cool nowadays, which I don't like it to have it cool. I want to keep it up and warm and hot as it usually began. Or on the opposite way, sometimes you feel yourself you're pushed, you know, and driven towards someone that you don't like to have this very strong relation with him, but you feel yourself as if you are driven toward him. Another point about it, continuity, right? For how long we are going to have this strong relation together. And as a matter of fact, whenever you love a person, you know, and you have very strong relation with him, perhaps one of the first questions you ask yourself, up till what time we are going to keep up with this strong relation together? You ask me, and when the person usually he start to have certain relation with other person, you know, for one reason or another, either because of benefit or love or whatever, and this relation start to build up gradually. When you feel that it reached the summit of it or the top of it, what do you ask yourself? You ask yourself, how long we are going to keep up this relation? You worry about the continuity. Why? Because nowadays, and all time, you know, in all history, you see that how the relation, you know, built up and then all of a sudden broken down, you know, and you worry yourself, am I going to keep up this relation with this person or with this particular figure, you know, that we used to come along and have love each other. Another point, again this could be negative or positive for you, whenever you look at it. Another point, strength of the relation. For sure you look at this factor because you are not going to treat your neighbor as your wife. You are not going to treat your cousin as your child, right? The strength of the relation should be regulated according to all these factors that we are speaking about, okay? And how strong your relation should be with this person or that person or whatever. Yes. One thing which, again, nowadays we suffer a lot of it. How truthful is the relation? The truth of the relation. When I give someone a present, does this mean that I have a strong relation with this person? When I smile at him, nice face, okay. When I say good morning to him, does this mean that I have a good relation with him? Now let's put it in another way. Is the relation with others is a mask that I wear whenever I want, or it's a heart that comes in telling me what to do with this person? And we are influenced by this dilemma that sometimes we need to have this mask in front of some people, which we are in real need or we get some benefit, and we should strengthen our relation with them, not because we love them or we are interested in their relation, but because the circumstances dictate on us to act or behave according to this matter. This is another way of how truthful is this relation. And this is very, very important, because whenever you have non-truthful relation, when everyone tries to deceive the other side, this relation is very weak and fragile and is going to break eventually within a short time. Okay. Something similar to that, I call it, I don't know if this is a good term about it, official relation. Now usually with some people you try to just take it easy, and everyone is going by his nature, whereas with the boss at job, you cannot have it as such. You should be an official relation with him, you see. And here you should balance to what extent you should be an official one, with your relation with this person, or to what extent you should go by your nature. And this is very, very important. Why? Why it's very important? Because I may be able to keep myself up as an official person, for 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. But I cannot keep it up forever, or to all 24 hours per day, 7 days per week, 30 days per month, which is too much, and it's too difficult. And the ability to do so and to practice this differs